You're watching Rain Knight Gaming.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and it's time for some more 10-minute testing. What's 10-minute testing? Well, it's where we find really cool decks online. We pop them into Wingtable, look at the deck a little bit, then test her out against some bots, just to get a feel for what the deck wants to do. If you guys are interested in a more long-form version of this, we got a little help from the One Punch Podcast coach. He's a real hardcore player helping out this noob. And we went through and we tested his deck versus my deck. We were doing play testing so you could see our hands and we could talk about everything. I think I learned a ton, and I think you guys will learn a lot too. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see more of those long form ones and what decks you want to see. Because I love hearing from you guys, and I always want to give you guys something that you want to watch. Like today's video, we've got WongBoyWonder. And he has a baller of a deck. Blue White Aggro. I've always thought white could really help aggro, but I've never gotten it to work. Well, I never really tried very hard either way. But he got it to work because he didn't win one. He won two new type challenges, which is not easy to win one, and it's really hard to get two. So this deck obviously has some teeth. Let's take a quick look at it and then take her for a test drive. So as you can see, like most of aggro style decks, it plays super low to the ground. It does go up to level 5, but it stays kind of true to form with just 2s, 3s, and 4s. You can see it plays all of its really early game. Like most aggro decks, like the 1 Year War, it does play the ones that ping damage, so you're going to be able to finish off those boards a little bit, and you'll be able to help control the board while not actually having to hit into the board. Because when a rush deck is starting to hit into a board for board control, they're kind of starting to lose the game. And this one does another really cool thing that, stuff with green can't do, and that's bounce. So he plays Sword Strike Gundam for the bounce, Aile Strike Gundam for the bounce, and he plays Hawk of Endymion for the bounce. So that's really cool. Oh wait, one more. He plays the 4 health base. I don't know about 4 health. When I saw that, I was just like, I don't like that. But it pops things back to people's hands. So that's really nice because anytime they put like those blockers down, Zwart or something, you're just going to be able to pop these back into their hand, be like, get out of here with that stuff. And he did say in his video, all of the blockers are basically just attackers. So we do play the striker pack, and that's what he always puts as a 4-2. So that's really awesome. One thing I do like about this, if you are playing against like a 1 Year War deck and you're both just hitting in, one thing you have the advantage on is when you both get down to 0 shields, you have blockers, so you basically have more shields. So that's a really big advantage I'm kind of seeing with this. If you guys want to see a more in-depth breakdown of the deck itself, go over to his video. I will put a link in the descriptions below. He spends 16 minutes going over in-depth how he played, what he played against, why he picked different things, how the deck works. It's a really, really good watch. Okay, we are going to jump right in and go against the Card Fest, Bandai Fest winning deck, 1 Year War, because I wanted to go, rush versus rush. So this is going to be a tough one. We'll see how we do. Okay, let's random this up, and hopefully we can do good plays and not suck on camera. We do have a starter, so I'm actually going to keep this. I figure we've got a 1-1, and we've got some stuff to bounce. We've got a base, which is going to give us something, so not too terrible. So right off the bat, we do get to have him out there. Next turn, we can actually put a 1-1 on there. Not a 1-1, our 2-1 pilot. Do I want to bounce this? You know what? I'm going to bounce this just to, do it. So he doesn't get that attack. So basically, he just lost his entire turn right there. So we are going to see that again next turn. So I don't think I'm going to, fully clear his EX base this turn. I'll spend 2 turns doing it because I want to hit him with that Hawk of Endymion on the next turn. So we've got 3. I think I'm going to pop this down and then pop one of him down. And that's going to be a lot of board presence that he doesn't have. So here comes again. Oh, and I did not keep one. I shouldn't have played that last guy. You do have to keep the 1 energy. So, whoops. Let's see. So we've got, let's go ahead. We'll put out our base, I believe. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. Put out the base here, and that'll give us a 4/4 and another card. I'm not going to keep my one thing for Endymion, I don't believe, just because I don't want to just give him another rush unit. Plus, he's already hurting for 2. The next thing he puts out, maybe then I'll go ahead and bounce that thing back to his hand. So we've got 1, so let's pop out another unit. Pop him out because he's cheap, because we've got a bunch of guys out, so it really reduced his cost by a ton. He gets through our base. Is he Amuroing? He is Amuroing. Ouch. That's the one thing about his deck. It is just super consistent and really puts things out there. Okay, so we don't want to bounce this. We'd really prefer to kill it. Let's go ahead and let's get a draw. Maybe we can draw into something pretty good. Good stuff. Not really what we were looking for. We've got 2 left. Let's go ahead, and I think I'm just going to hit into the shields here. I'm going to make him trade with me, and we've got more stuff on our board right now. He will be able to clear off a lot, but next turn we're going to be able to put a ton more stuff out there. Okay, and he is down to 2 shields. Let's go ahead and pop this dude out there just so we can do it. Oh yeah, we want the sword strike. Because if we do block, we want to be able to do enough damage. So we've got 4 units out, and we're kind of doing mirroring turns. It's kind of funny. Goes ahead and hits in. We did get a pilot. That's pretty nice. One thing I'm thinking, I did pop this out there, and if he does decide to go for shields again, if I do hit another one in my shields, I won't actually get its benefit. So that's not the best, but luckily it didn't happen. And we just kind of win here. Because we can just go face, and then we've got a link in our hand. So this is a base. We are still fine. Yeah, because I mean, we just going to do this on that turn, so we would be able to hit in for even more damage we get over bases. Swing in again, and there we go. Okay, let's just play this one up again, because that was pretty fast. We might even get 3 games out of this one. Who knows? We didn't get any early games, so I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this. We really want to start with at least one of your early game cards, which we still didn't start with. But, you know, you play in these, you do have at least 2 turns to hopefully pick one up. We did pick up one of those. I think I do want to put that out there just because I need the board presence. We can bounce. I'm going to wait on that one. I'm just going to let him hit in for 1. That's not a big deal. If he does put out something bigger, probably bounce that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bounce that. Right. Just make him pay that cost again. Okay, we finally hit a starter. That's good. So we can actually get some stuff out for pretty cheap there. We do not really care about hitting in with him, I don't believe. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit in just because it frees it up, so then my 2/2s or 2/3 can actually clear it on this turn. Oh, this could be bad. That is bad. So he's going to be able to clean up my board quite a bit. That Amuro stuff with Grandpa is just so strong. But next turn, we get to do it, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we definitely probably want to do our Amuro stuff. Do I want to go ahead and swing in here before I do it? It doesn't really matter, I guess. So we'll go ahead. Swing in here. Boom. And then we'll pop out Amuro. Now, we could swing in here and start clearing stuff or clear this, but remember, we want to be going for the face as much as possible and make him do the board control. that's how we're supposed to play the deck, so we're kind of just going for it. You never really know. Oh, still surviving. Still surviving. So Grandpa dies. That sucks. So he was able to clear my board off. We do have quite a few things to pop out here. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're just going to spam the board out here. Boom. And hopefully we can keep some traction. Let's see. So he's just going to swing into our base. And at least we didn't get hit by the pop damage. Let's see now. Man, not really good stuffs. Let's go ahead. We're just going to swing in here, see how we do. Because I can bounce something back, and I'll probably bounce this guy back. Well, no, I don't know. Let's see. We're going to bounce something. And some here. And do I want to do it? I don't want to do it on my turn. I want to do it on his turn. Just so if he pays something, I can then, you know, do the bouncing stuff. Grandpa. Yeah, let's go ahead and bounce that. He's going to be able to clear up a good bit of my board. But these guys at least, you know, hit for 4, so they're a little bit more deadly. That hurts. Should have saved that Hawk of Endymion now, because he's going to be able to clear a lot of my stuff. But I guess he didn't get the breach, so that's good. Right now, oh man, 2 links in the same one. That's bad. I don't know if I just got outdrawn this one, or if I screwed up in the beginning. Let's see. We are pretty much dead here, so we'll just pop that, because why not? We did get pretty close, but you know, not close enough, because he can hit for 3. I could possibly live here. No. Yeah, I guess I could send him. Let's just go ahead and do that, see if that does anything for us. He's going to be able to clean through it. If he has a link in hand, he just wins. So that's something. And, you know, he's got so many cards. We're just super boned here. Let's go ahead and we'll go to the next game. Let's go to the next game. And so we're 1-1. Hopefully we can pull out a win. We've got our starter. We've got some bases. We've got some pilots. We'll stick with this. That's not bad. That's not bad. Can never do anything on the first turn. We don't play any 1-1s. He is able to start pretty strong. I don't know if I agree with popping this out on the turn right there, but you know, he is going to be able to clear our EX base on this next turn. But at least he's having to 2-hit into it and not like 1 hit. A lot of times with these rush decks, if you can make them multi-hit your decks, that is a really good thing. So we're going to pop out our base. And hopefully we get something good. We did. And that, I should have attacked with him. Although it may not be the worst idea, because I wouldn't be able to clean the base up. And he's going to have to 3-hit into my base, which is really nice. I'll be able to clear it with my Tall Goose, and then hit into shields with this guy. Although we are really falling behind. So that is not good. At least we've got Grandpa this turn. That's going to be helpful, I believe. Nothing with one thing to ping. So I think I am just going to Grandpa on this turn. Now, we can rest something. I'm going to go ahead and get in here just to clear that. We do have to clean up his board just a little bit because it's a lot of stuff out there. So let's get rid of a 2/2, and that's going to let us clear that. And we'll clear here. Our guy will live again, and he'll have to try to clear with us. So hopefully he doesn't have any links in hand. That would be bad. And we've cleaned up the board a little bit. So hopefully he bricks. Does he brick? No, he doesn't. He's able to continually swing in. We did get a pilot. That is very, very good. We need to actually pop out blockers at this point. Wow, we've had some really good shields, I will say. Does he have it? He does not have it. That is good. Let's see, we've got 5. Now, we can't really put him out this turn, I don't believe, because we need to put out a shield. A way to protect ourselves. It does suck that it has 4 health, but I think we need it. So let's go ahead, pop him out there. That's going to let us bounce something back. We'll bounce him back. We still have 3 to play with. We can bounce with him, so if we only use 2 this turn, we'll be able to bounce something on his turn to slow him down some more. We've got a lot of cards right now, so I think, and I know I hate saying it, but we're going to have to play some board control. So we're going to clear off some stuff on his board, and right there, and, you know, we keep our entire board for this so far. Let's see, what do I want? Do I want a blocker, or do I want just more bodies? I think I want bodies, actually. Well, no, I need the blocker. Yeah, thinking about it, I need that blocker. And I'm actually going against what he said and doing what is this one? The launcher strike, and not the one that he said you're supposed to use. So I'm going against the guy that won. That's probably not the best plan in the world, but it's what we're doing. We're going to keep 1 on board, so if he drops something, we can bounce it back, hopefully. That guy, we do not mind him getting beaten down. That actually, yeah, that's fine. We could have saved him here, but I wanted to save this for maybe something that's a little bit bigger of a hitter. So, let's see, do we want to go ahead and bounce? I think I am going to bounce his token, just because that's a neg for him. And we have a lot of links. So let's go ahead, and we are going to do our arrow strike here, because we're going to get our link. We get to bounce him back. Then we're going to clear this base. Okay. And then we're going to be able to clear shields. And, you know, with that bounce back stuff that we've been doing, it's really hindering his chance to actually do stuff. We still have 1, so we're going to put down a gem. And then we've got 4 wide, really awesome. I didn't keep any of my blockers up, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. He does trade with us there, but he does have to go straight into a link to a trade, and that kind of hurts him a lot more. And I think we win here, actually, if we don't hit a base. If we hit a base, it's not quite over yet. So let's see what happens here. That's how a lot of these things come down to. It's like, is there a base? Is there not a base? And there is not a base. So we win this one. Bam. And bam. Bam. Boop, and boop. I guess you can see that control. If those were blockers, we would have still been able to swing for game. And there it is, guys. This deck is a lot of fun. I really like the extra bit of control you have. You know, you've got the blockers, you've got the, you know, manipulating rests, and you have the popping back to people's hands. Super, super cool. If you guys like these decks, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what decks you want to see in 10-minute testing. Let me know what decks you want to see in more long-form stuff. I'm still coming up with a name for the long-form one. I don't think 30-minute testing is what I want to go with. But hopefully you guys like this stuff. Come back, watch some more, and you know what I always say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.